Let's introduce the last man in the team for the first hour and a half. He made the Diamond Creek team of the century. Once kicked 16 in an afternoon before being dragged at three-quarter time just to talk to the Russian masseur that was in the rooms. Barry Denner, good afternoon.
Hello, boys. Great to be here. Big day for the D's and the Pies.
Now, Baz, did you do the game for Triple M yesterday? Now, how did you get back? Because Richmond are on a bus, I believe.
Yeah, I snuck around the airport like a mangy dog from about 4:30 this morning and managed to sneak on a flight that took off about 6:45, 7 o'clock. And
well done.
The only one on there, I think, because there was a few vacant seats on the plane as well. But, yeah, she was pretty chaotic and showed enormous courage flying through that ash.
I think you showed courage, yeah. So you had no fear about a bit of ash in the engine and maybe a little bit of Bazza plummeting to the deck?
Yeah, it was the occasional thought crossed the mind.
Didn't Jerry that no one else is flying, but this plane's going up. Maybe I shouldn't be on it.
Oh, when they asked you to help load the cargo, did you think something? So what's the scenario now? Is Richmond are on buses?
They're buses?
I reckon they're at Gundagai at the moment. They'll be halfway back. They left at 8 o'clock this morning on a bus and a couple of cars as well, Spud.
They'd be stopping every hour to have a stretch and get out and try and recover. That'd be a nightmare return.
A few steamed dim sims, donuts.
What about Brisbane? Are they stuck here for the moment? They've done recovery this morning, I understand.
Flying back this afternoon.
Okay.
They're going to be back in Brisbane at 6:15.
So they fly at 4, we understand.
Yeah.
Bombers on the cattle train across the Nullarbor, are they?
Not sure what they're doing.
I'll
tell you what, I know what will happen. James Hurd, I think the first time in his coaching, he'll put the boys through the hoops. I think their I think during the week, I think their first half was probably an area where Hurdy hadn't seen that before, and they've been good, the Bombers, but they've fallen off a little bit.
They were uncompetitive in the first
half.
They
were. Their last half was good, but I just get the feeling, you could see James Hurd on the boundary line last night, that last quarter, he was fuming underneath.
We understand Essendon is 5:05 Perth time, so they're flying tonight. Tell me, Spud, Chief, how much does it disrupt the week? Richmond was supposed to be home last night. Bombers, Tigers are going to go back to the Gabba, I assume, on Thursday for the clash on Saturday night.
They should have just got on a bus up to Brisbane.
Must have been a choice.
Clubs are professional enough to cope with this, though. At the end of the day, let's not sit here and use this as an excuse for why they're not going to play well next week. They'll do their sums. They'll work out what they need to do to get the right amount of training, the right amount of recovery in. And maybe it just breaks things up for them a little bit. At least it takes them out of their routine.
Let's hope it wasn't like 89. We played up in the Brisbane Bears, and it was fogged in. We didn't get back to Wednesday. Now,
what did you do in between?
There was a few Carlton ex-premiership players, McConville and Wow Jones. They put a few youngsters through the hoops. I've got to be honest, I think we put on 4 kilos. And I think we played Chiefs mob out at Waverley on the Saturday, and it was about 11 goals to 0.
Just in your career, who would have been the worst person to sit next to on an 8-hour bus trip from Sydney to Melbourne?
Big number 4, Lockett. His manners. He had no manners whatsoever. His flatulence was he was very sharing and caring when it come to that. It wasn't good.
It's a big cloud had gathered over you.
But the rumble before the noise, that was the thing.
The thunder before the lightning.
I assume you'd just be keeping quiet too.
Oh, it's there. And you get that big going. Have a go at that, boys.
I so hope that gets back to him.
It will.
He'll tear your head off. Who'd be better than the CEO of the Coach Association? He's got 7 jobs. What about job number 8?
No.
You could mentor beautifully.
Mate, get 2 long pole vaults with the diameter of hot needles, then start putting them in the eyes. Then, if I've got a choice, just get that.
Are you suggesting you don't want to do it?
I've had my go.